Howdy, boys.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey,
Welcome to Points After Thursday Night Football. How's everyone doing tonight?
good man. I'm about sick of these freaking injuries every week though. Like we damn near lost the whole rosters tonight.
Yeah,
Well, at least Lamar came back, but like in the first 5 minutes of the game, here goes Andrews, Lamar, Burrow. I was like, wait just a damn minute. Like
I know you finally get a Thursday night game with some fantasy relevance, and then they just tried to suck it right away from us
they tried.
real quick. That's
everybody
really
was
annoying.
dying.
I'm telling you.
Tis that kind of season, though. That's for sure. What's up, Albert? How's it going, man?
What's up, bro?
Good evening. We got someone hanging out with us over here on IG. I see you. Man, yeah. So those injuries came early, and when Andrews went down, I was like, "Dang it!" I have him in some really crucial matchups this week that I need, and then almost immediately after that came in Lamar Jackson going to the 10. I was like, "Well, F me." All right, cool. Looks like fantasy gods were not in my favor this week, but at least he came back. So that's
I don't have Lamar anywhere. Like I would have been more upset about him going down if Andrews wasn't already down. But Burrow going down and Andrews going down hurt in a lot of leagues for me.
Yeah.
It's like last year. It happened last year. The same thing
I have,
happened last year.
Yeah, I have one or the other or both in almost every league. Like
I
it's
was 10-0 in the FF7s league, which is a 16-team league, and I had that combo. And guess what happened? Me going into the playoffs, I lost in the first round because I go up and pick up what the hell's their backup, and he sucked. I should have got Purdy. I should have went with Purdy.
Yeah.
Huntley.
Yeah,
he was so bad last year.
Well, because like the year before when he went in, he did great, and the last year he went in, he was awful.
Yeah,
dude. NFL needs to get with don't recycle the same script, right? Like, come up with a new script. Let's go, guys. That's just lazy.
Well, the writers have been on strike, so
that's true.
I guess we can cut on some slack this year.
Get a new script, guys. This one's been played out already. It's ridiculous, though. It is stupid, though. Like these injuries, there's just no way to predict this crap. So, yeah, we can make educated guesses, but at the same time, like, you think you make this great lineup, like you got this great team, and then your players go in and get hurt in the first quarter and just screw you over. And it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, that's nuts. So you end up losing to a really crappy team when you've got this beast roster, and it just sucks. So why do we even play this game? Why do we put ourselves through it?
Because we love torture.
It's so fun.
I love fantasy football like 6 days a week. I hate it on Sundays. It stresses me out. Everything nothing works out right, and it stresses me out on Sundays.
Starting to hate it on Thursday, Sunday, and Monday now. And the good thing is you get to start hating it on even earlier on Sundays since they keep these early kickoffs overseas now. So
I'm tired of these early Europe games, man. They're killing our Sunday morning show, and nobody plays well in those games. So, like, can we just skip that?
The players do play terrible.
It's nice for, real NFL, I guess. Publicity.
Money.
I don't think swapping NFL games for soccer games is a fair trade with Europe.
Yeah, it's just something different. It's different. Because it's not just that, too. There's a lot of military personnel that are overseas, too, so they don't get to watch it as much. So it's nice for them, when they come to town. Or anybody else that's out there, it's they're trying to make it a worldwide sport. Hockey's worldwide.
Well, you're the world champions,
worldwide.
Right?
Soccer's worldwide. So they're trying to.
Oh, I did see something exciting. I don't think it's the next one, but the one after that. They're actually going to have flag football in the Olympics.
Oh, I saw that.
I'm stoked for that.
Yeah, even like guys like Tyreek Hill and stuff are even wanting to play on the team. There's like, yeah, let's go play in the Olympics.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
your coaches are going to be like, no.
Exactly. I mean, that's how the basketball players are. We didn't even send our best basketball players anymore because they're like, nah.
Yeah, I was about to say it's gonna be it's like basketball.
Well, but when you think about it, like our retired football players, they retire at 35 or whatever, they're still going to be in tip-top shape to go kick ass against these other countries probably. So
they'll be nimble enough for flag football. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
can't take the hits anymore that the NFL requires. Most of them.
yeah, I'd put Tyreek Hill up against any 23-year-old.
I submit that Peyton Manning is the head coach of that team.
Ooh,
I don't know.
good call.
Flag football is a whole different thing, though. Too, it's crazy. You see some of the people that play flag football. You're like, that person probably played. Like some people that throw a football, you'll see some of these quarterbacks. You're like, that guy has eaten so many cheeseburgers in his life,
Yep.
but he can throw that ball 50 yards down
There's
the field.
nothing wrong with that.
Dude, that's true. I have watched some flag football leagues on TV at some point when I was just starving for football. And dude, these guys, yeah, you're right. It's like that dude ate 2 cheeseburgers for this game, and he's out there chucking the ball around the yard. It's funny.
It's like they're just sitting around watching football and eating pizza and drinking beer, and then they just decide, you know what? I think I'm gonna go play some flag football.
We should play some flag football today.
There's no preparation whatsoever.
There's one weird league that I saw. It's a tackle league with no pads. Like I was watching it online. I think they had like those little padded helmet things, but that's it. And it's just like, holy crap, that's hardcore. They had some big fellas out there too. It was
like Aussie rules.
no, it was like
Oh, rugby now.
it was like 7-on-7-ish type stuff. It was wild.
Lacrosse was crazy too, man.
Oh, lacrosse is stupid. Just run around smacking each other with sticks.
I mean, it's like hockey. I mean, it hurts. Dude.
Well, the thing with lacrosse is
imagine getting hit that.
the thing with lacrosse though is it's like hockey, but you don't have to worry about the skating. You just sprint up on somebody, and beat the shit out of them with a stick. Like
you gotta worry about somebody slitting your throat during a game,
Like I can get down with just dry ground and hitting you with a stick, but.
All right, let's see right quick. Mad Scientist says Burrow sprained his wrist, surgery expected.
Oof.
Yeah, I saw it was a wrist issue. I didn't see anything about surgery yet, but we'll see.
That would hurt. That would hurt a lot.
He was just getting his crap together too, man. Like he sucks, has 2 or 3 good games, then wrist, boom, done. Like, come on. Come on.
That's really rough. Anyways, Wendy said that was painful. In my guillotine division final, I have Mixon and benched Burrow for Mahomes. Woo. Well, good call there.
Mixon had a
good call.
Yeah, that was. Just got offered Jones for Dak. He has Burrow. Do it.
I mean, it depends on what your other quarterbacks are. Dak's playing at a really high level right now.
That's what I was
He obviously is going to need somebody now. If Burrow has to have surgery, then I think you've got even an upper hand to maybe get somebody a little bit better than Aaron Jones or get an Aaron Jones plus, like milk it.
Exactly. Yeah, it totally depends on who your other QB is. He's right after that, he says he has Najee Harris also. That's not an upgrade from Jones.
I agree.
No, he says he's got Hurts. Yeah, I would. If you got Hurts, I'd trade him Dak for somebody, but I think he can do better than Jones. I'm with Tyler on that.
Yeah, I want somebody. I mean, he's in need. He's desperate. Kick him while he's down. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's right.
Who you guys like better on the season? You like Dak Prescott or Purdy?
Probably
Dak.
Yeah.
Dak's fire, man.
The funny thing is, like 4 weeks ago, we would not be like.
Yeah.
No,
even
before the bye, I have a different
would
answer.
not be saying this. You're like, Dak sucks.
Dude, the bye week.
We've never said Dak sucks. We've never once said Dak sucks.
Last year, though,
put words in our
I did. At the beginning of the year. I said Dak sucks at fantasy at the beginning of the year.
No, we said Dak sucks for fantasy. We said I didn't. But I don't
had the argument. I don't remember what it was. It was like week 4 or 5. We had the argument about it. But I'm just kudos for the Cowboys. I know you guys are excited. It looks like your offense could potentially get it done, or at least will do the normal thing where they set you up for the highest of hopes, only to let you down. Utter so
like every other year of the last. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're used to that.
That's what we're used to. Yeah, this is a nice change right now.
But
Whatever they did during the bye week flipped the whole script on that offense.
Yeah,
they had to change something because the defense was working their ass off. They were on the field the whole game because the offense couldn't move the ball. So
yeah.
What do you think? How do you feel being Cowboys fans? I know we don't talk a lot of IDP in this, show, but Leighton Vander Esch is looking like he could have not only season-ending but career-ending surgery with that neck issue again. I mean, how you feeling about the middle of your defense?
Not great right now. We'll probably end up drafting another linebacker or something. But, I mean, the front line is fine. That second level is a little sus right now, though.
Yeah. Steven
I hate
says
when I had that. Y'all both had like a moment of silence. It was like
it was like
but honestly, like he probably does need to retire.
He does. I was surprised he didn't retire a couple years ago when he had all those neck problems. So
yeah, he needs
got another couple of years out of him, I guess.
Yeah. So sad day. Me and Kyle were at the draft where he got drafted, and so we were love that.
I was pumped for that pick. I mean, Jalen Smith, Vander Esch, both in the middle of that defense. It was looking exciting.
It was, and then it fell apart rapidly. I always call him Thad Castle. Y'all ever see Blue Mountain State?
Yeah.
That linebacker that's the captain, he looks just like I always call him Thad Castle, man.
Blue Mountain State was the best football show ever.
That was a great show.
That was fantastic. Any Mark Andrews updates?
They said it looks like a high ankle sprain. Probably end up on IR.
I was gonna say it says I just now got breaking news. Tight end Mark Andrews, season-ending ankle injury.
I just saw that too. Season ending. I didn't see that. That's not what I saw. So this is new update. Yes, season ending.
Wow. So, okay, let me ask you this: who's going to be the number one waiver wire claim?
It better be Isaiah Likely.
Yeah,
I'm so happy I have him stashed in so many leagues, man. I just had him just waiting.
I have Likely in both of my dynasties. Thank God. I have Andrews in one of them, but I got Likely in both.
Let me ask you this:
if you can,
are you buying Zay Flowers?
Yeah. Because as good as Likely is, he's not Andrews. He doesn't have that rapport with Lamar that Andrews does. I think Zay will be a little leaned on more.
Well, Andrews went out right away, and Zay couldn't stay in bounds to catch touchdowns. I guess that was one. The other one was called back, right?
Yeah, he got called back. But, I mean, he was getting the targets. Like, we talked about that all year when Zay – we were wondering when Zay would be playable. Well, when Andrews was healthy, Zay was a mixed bag, right? And, like, when Andrews was out, Zay was, target hog. So, I think it bodes well for Zay Flowers. Like, if I'm in a league and I need a wide receiver and, like, I don't want to pay too much, I'm probably going to grab Zay if I can.
Well, where's AJ when you need him? The situations are situational. Yeah,
situations are situational, and
that's
this
what
situation
says, I'm like, this situation says get Flowers and get Likely.
Oh man! Alrighty, let's see. Yeah. Oh, that one wasn't. So, going back to this one real quick, I'm not sure if it's similar to Chris Carson's or not.
Yeah,
situation kind of the same though, as in like probably need to retire. Like the next nothing to fool around with. So
yeah, I'd say the situation is similar for sure. I'm not sure the exact nature of their injuries, how similar that is, but
not good. Not good. Yeah, well, now that season ending, I guess I gotta go look for a replacement for Mark Andrews on a team.
They just showed it too, man, and it looked pretty bad. Like he got rolled up on, and his leg, like his ankle, like twists underneath. So
he probably broke it. Probably
Or he could
broke.
have tore. I was skateboarding, tore 2 ligaments off my ankle bone, and it was just like,
Yeah.
4 weeks. It was like good 6-7 weeks.
Well, I mean,
It was-
he could have broke it and tore a ligament or two. Who knows? Like it wasn't as bad a break as like Dax from a few years ago. Like it wasn't dangling, but wow, season ending. I was certainly hoping that wasn't the case.
There's been a lot of this, too many injuries, man.
It sucks.
Next man up.
Very rough. But
Well, you gotta be
You know what the
prepared.
crazy thing is? And I mean, this could segue a little bit. I mean, we saw last week a really rough outing for T-Law. I actually saw T-Law get dropped in 2 leagues.
I dropped him in a league.
Right. So on the Burrow injury, right? Like, is that like a man, pay what you got to get him, or are you out? Like, is T-Law reached that pinnacle point where we're just like, I don't want to start him?
No, if I just lost Burrow, I'd grab him for sure.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I mean, you're going to have to pick somebody to play him. I mean, I guess it depends on who else was on your roster, but I'd at least get him as a backup.
Yeah.
Because you need – oh, man. That's tough.
Yeah, that's really, really tough. I want to
What a
see
freaking night, huh?
Yeah, dude. I mean, losing some big-time players, that sucks.
Yeah. It sucks for me. And most of my like big time, like the charity leagues, like the Scott Fish Bowl, or like I took Andrews. I went tight end heavy because they're all tight end premium leagues. And so, like, I mean, it just that injury alone will have significant impact on me,
Yeah.
So you're talking about Trevor Lawrence. So his schedule is Titans this week, and then he gets then he gets Texans, Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Bucks. I mean, schedule's kind of tough.
But it's that or Zach Wilson.
You think – I doubt Dobbs is available anywhere. I think people snatched him up out of excitement.
Real
Oh,
quick.
yeah, he had 2 good games in a row. He's for sure snatched up.
Not a lot of good options out there if you just lost Burrow. That's tough.
It is. Ooh, man. I think I'm having to I have to pull off a trade in the league. I've been trying to deal in my Vegas league here to get.
I mean, so how about this? Kenny Pickett or Trevor Lawrence?
Oh, I'd take Trevor Lawrence in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think I got to take Lawrence on that one.
What about Aiden O'Connell?
Yep, same.
Yeah.
Trick T-Lo.
Okay, Will Levis, because he might be out there.
Yeah, still going T-Lo. These are bottom of the barrel guys to me.
I'm looking in the Dobbs league. So this is in y'all's league. So Russell Wilson's out there, Jordan Love's out there. What about Jordan Love or T-Law?
T-Law. I might think about Russell Wilson though over T-Law. That one would be close. But
It's so hard. It's so bad.
That is.
The other ones, it's easy T-Law, I think, though.
Let's see. Stroud or Goff?
Stroud. I feel like I've answered this question a million times this week. Everybody has these same 2 quarterbacks.
It's popping up a lot because Goff has a killer matchup.
At
He
home.
does, but you got to ride the wave that is CJ Stroud, man.
I feel like that's the opposite answer that you've had the other
Dude,
day.
this is
No, I've been
rivalry
saying Stroud all week.
at home in a dome.
I want Stroud at home against
Here's
Arizona.
my worry with Goff is that they're playing Chicago, and I could see them running the ball all over Chicago. And that worries me for Goff a little bit. Could be Gibbs and Montgomery.
Yeah, I want Gibbs all day in that matchup, but Stroud is just on fire, and they're at home against Arizona. Like, I love that.
Gibbs catches the shit. I mean, he gets so many targets. It's crazy. So he's
That's
throwing
true.
the ball. Like,
And Chicago really doesn't defend the receiving like at all. I mean, I don't know. Both are a good play.
dude,
Yeah, if I have either, I'm playing either. I mean, if you have both, great. Kudos. Just pick one. Flip a
It's just
coin.
crazy because it's
Honestly,
like
that's kind of where it's at. Like they both have a great matchup.
yeah, I
They
love
both play really, really well. If you play Goff over Stroud, I'm not mad about it. I
That's
guess
my bonanza game.
I just
My
give Stroud a
question is-
slight edge.
which
'cause
one
of
do you
the-
have? Which one will you get to watch on TV?
There you
Play
go.
that one so that you can watch them play.
That's my bonanza game, the Texans game. That the Texans Cardinals, I think there's just going to be so many points. I don't know why. I have a feeling like there's
I'm
something
with you.
about
I agree.
I'm with you.
There's
With
something about
Kyler back and looking good last week, I think that could be
Yeah.
a very high scoring game.
there's just something about it. I put it in my article. I said like there's something like there's so many people I put in my force like players this week on that team.
It's
just
a
because
gut feeling, man.
I
I
think
mean,
there's just going to be a lot of points, and then you just know all of a sudden it's going to be like just I don't know. It's just
yeah,
something about it.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I do like that. I like Stroud to have to throw the ball a lot. I like that. That to me excites me a little bit. I do think you're right, Corey. Like you're onto something. I mean, they could get it done. I mean, Monty could have another 70-yard touchdown. You know what I
Is
mean?
Noah
Like
Brown practicing I know Nico was practicing on partially yesterday, but Noah Brown didn't practice yesterday, and Tank Dell I think's good. So if they all play, it's going to be ridiculous.
Dell's good. Schultz is good.
Because
Like,
not
Robert
only
Woods is good. I think the
Think
Water
Barry-
Boy is good. Like
Yeah.
Stroud can throw it to anybody. Hit the Water Boy in the end zone.
because Goff also
Schultz,
a little
baby.
bit. What if the Lions just get up by a ton of points and then Goff doesn't even play the whole game?
I don't think that happens.
Possibility, but no, I probably
I think
agree.
Fields is back this week, right?
Fields is going to probably play this.
Yeah, I think he is.
So that helps
That
keep
does
it
help
from
quite a
being a
bit.
huge lead. But
It does help quite a bit.
I think that helps in the run game too, because it keeps your defense a little more honest.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, it's Aiden Hutchinson, so and Anzalone. I mean, that team is Brian Branch. I mean, there's so many good defensive players. Man, that might be a fun one for tackles too. Anzalone or Branch, man. Aiden Hutchinson probably gets a sack. He's so good, dude. He'll be a Hall of Famer.
Why is this doing this? All right, let's
I have a
see.
bunch of his rookie cards, so I hope so.
Nice. Looks like I'm playing Pitts for the rest of the year. Ouch.
I don't hate it.
That's all
It's
right.
fine. It ain't Andrews,
Ouch.
but I'm fine.
Pitts will get you about what Andrews got you tonight for each of the remaining weeks. About 4.5
Go
points.
grab
Hot
likely.
take. Pitts outscores Andrews for the rest of the season going forward.
Probably. Luke Musgrave might be out there. I like him as a
Not
flyer.
much.
Not
by,
much,
about
but
20
okay.
by about 25 points total.
Bet he squeaks it out.
If you need a flyer, if you need somebody on the fly, like I like Musgrave this week. I think the matchup's pretty good. He'll get you 8 points. I'd be happy with that if I just lost somebody.
I mean, unfortunately, like this week won't really matter
Oh,
because
yeah, that's true.
in your lineup and stuff. So,
That's true.
Is there any merit to sitting players in division games?
I'm not sitting players in division games.
No, why would I do that?
Not unless there's like a clear division winner.
What's up, Josh?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Nah.
Let's see. In a deep PPR league, who do I start at flex? Moore, Okonkwo, Tajay Spears.
Ugh.
Lean Spears or Moore, but
I don't know.
Ugh.
Elijah
I go
Moore.
more.
I kind of like Elijah Moore, yeah.
I go more, and it hurts to say it.
I don't know.
he's
I don't
playing
trust him.
against Pitt.
I'm not excited about it, but I think it has to be more.
Oh yeah, I'm taking Moore out over them. I thought it was sit one. I'm taking Moore. I'm good with them.
Yep, good one more. All right. Our Facebook user is here.
What's
Facebook
up? That's
user.
Anthony.
Anthony.
He popped in later on YouTube, but that's Anthony Sturman. He's always popping from Facebook. We appreciate it.
He's
Yes,
super
sir.
sad about Burrow. Yeah, man, it's tough.
As we all
Yes.
are.
Also, what's up, Billy?
Millie.
Yeah, never give up on Stroud with this run. Yeah, he's going crazy.
Exactly.
There we go. Anthony showing up on YouTube.
There you go. Yes.
Where's that? He accidentally played Keaton Mitchell over Noah Brown. Happy coincidence.
I'm calling a timeout. I'm calling BS on that take. He didn't happen to accidentally play Mitchell. What happened is he bought into this gigantic conversation of everybody saying Mitchell is the next coming and play Mitchell because he had a touchdown on a long run last week after 4 touches. I can't tell you how many, Luke Sawhook on Twitter was even like, oh, put a candle up for a Keaton Mitchell breakout game. Like, that's everybody's narrative. So, Anthony, I appreciate you tuning in as always, but you know damn well that you were buying in to that freaking Keaton Mitchell hype, and that's why you started off.
Well, here's the thing. If those are your only 2 options and Noah Brown is questionable for this weekend, I mean, you made the right move, I think, anyways.
He'll play.
Noah Brown just had 2 150-yard games. He's chasing CeeDee Lamb, baby.
But he wasn't practicing today, right?
But
Wednesday.
Ah,
I don't know about today.
is
He'll
Nico
be
back?
Oh, yeah. Today's,
Nico was limited in practice yesterday. But here's the thing. When everybody was healthy, guess who had the best game of their career? Noah Brown. He was the number 3 wide receiver that week when everybody was healthy. So,
but is that repeatable or is it a one-off?
That's the thing. Is it a one-off? Like,
I'm going
is
with
it a Tyler Boyd
row.
situation? He gets 1 a year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
But even then, I would have played somebody else over Mitchell. You got to have somebody else in your roster. I just couldn't, like, when you actually looked at the numbers and saw, like, 4 touches, like 4 actual touches in a full game script is what he got.
So Noah Brown, wide receiver 3 against the Browns. And then week 10, it was repeatable, wide receiver 6 against the Falcons. So,
But one with Nico.
2 decent defenses.
Yeah, one with Nico out. But
And he had Gus. Sorry, I just saw in the chat later.
I'm just
He
saying,
had played Gus. Guess who had a touchdown tonight?
Gus. Yeah.
No, but when it comes to Noah Brown, like 2 good games, one with Nico out doesn't make him an auto start either. Like neither one of them are automatic starts. So
I wouldn't have started either over Gus though.
No,
I think he's the touchdown guy. I mean, you're like when I was putting the film together earlier.
2 touchdowns, by the way.
Yeah, he had 2. Gus was definitely the move there. He definitely messed up if starting either of those guys over Gus. I agree with that 100%.
I should check our DraftKings. I'm pretty sure Gina and I put him in. Gina, man, she's smart, dude. She doesn't think she is, but I was like, some of the things she was saying on the show, I was like, you said you didn't know shit? What? Where are you pulling this stuff from?
Getting hustled, man. Getting hustled. Let's see. Tyler says, like and subscribe. Folks are awesome. Yeah, definitely like and subscribe. And while you're at it, why don't you head on over to fantasyfootballadvice.com, get signed up for social 100% dedicated to fantasy football. We hang out on there. We answer your questions. You can answer other people's questions. Just come have fun with us over there. Alrighty, back to the chat over here. Of course, when I go over to the graphics, it messes up my chat. So, Millie says, bro, this damn T. Higgy really tempted my trade fingers. I drafted him in the 3rd. It really tempted my trade fingers. Oh, let's see. We got a damn you, Tyler, from Anthony. I like it.
Because he knows I called his ass out. But it's okay.
Yep. Man, you've been on that boat for 2 weeks now. Boy, Kyle was able to pull off a trade for Jamar Chase with Keaton Mitchell in it today in a dynasty.
No way.
It was not just Keaton Mitchell.
No, I said with.
What was the
It doesn't
full
matter.
spectrum of the trade?
I am so
it does
freaking
matter.
sick of talking about this because everybody in the league was belly aching and pissing and moaning about
I'm
it because
sure. I'm
they
sure.
didn't get Jamar Chase, so it was just
Here's-
a big
here's
conspiracy
here's
that
Kyle's- Here's the
We
thing.
need to
Here's,
hear the
it's
trade.
just this big conspiracy because
the
they
thing.
didn't get their shit
here's
offers
Kyle's-
taken.
here's Kyle's biggest character flaw in fantasy football is someone else
I know
gets
how
a
to
really
trade.
bad trade, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that they would trade that and everything." He can realize a bad trade, but then he gets a bad trade, and he'll defend it to the end of the earth, and he just doesn't want to hear it.
That is the most
You're the
ironic thing you've ever
beneficiary.
said in your life, and that's
When you're
all
the
I'm gonna
most,
say
when you're
about
the
it.
beneficiary, you don't care.
That is the
Here's
most
the
ironic
reality.
thing you've ever said in your life, and I don't even care.
I don't get those kind of
Look.
trades, unfortunately.
Look, JC, I, and everybody watching this show right now, we're on the outside looking in. You guys obviously have a disagreement on the trade. So I think we need to hear the trade. We need to know what it was.
The guy got what he wanted. He was
So
happy.
it's not me and
Whoa.
Kyle that have a disagreement on this trade. It's Kyle and the entire rest of the league.
That's because everybody else had shitty offers out to this guy for the same guy. I got him, and they're all pissed off about it.
No, that's not true. He had better
That's
offers.
why they're mad. They're all butthurt.
Okay.
They didn't get him.
So here's the trade. Kyle traded away Brandon Ayuk, Cade Otton, Keaton Mitchell, a 2025 first, a 2026 third, and he got back Jamar Chase, Irv Smith, and Will Levis.
Why would you ever want Herb Smith?
Is it
They were
super
throwing guys. He had to
Yeah.
drop somebody, so he just
I
threw
would
it.
just
Super
throw
flex.
that in.
No.
You lose.
And
that.
he had like 6 QBs, so he threw me Levis. He
I
needed
think
to-
fine.
You
I actually think Kyle paid up for a receiver that's been traditionally
Keep Trade
outside.
Cut said it was fair. Keep Trade Cut said it was fair.
I don't trust that site at
Well,
all.
it's
I
just
don't
because you
either,
stack-
but I don't use it going into a trade, but I put it in after, and it said it was fair. And I'm like, okay.
Here's the thing.
I don't hate it.
is
I like
those are gonna
Otton as a future. I like Ayuk. I
The
like
guy,
the
listen, the guy is a
Two
Buck fan.
first.
He liked Otton. That helped, of course. You got to
Here's
know
the
your
thing.
audience.
He traded Kyle Otton earlier, like a week before that, in a Ken Walker deal too, and then he wanted Otton back. He had trader's remorse, got Otton back because he's a Bucks fan, and yeah, it's a weird deal, but I think he
You
had
got what he wanted. I got what I wanted. Everybody's happy, but everybody that didn't get what they wanted.
knowing the full depth of the trade, knowing that there was two firsts, Cade Otton, Brandon Ayuk, like in
one
there.
first.
It was a first and a third.
It was a
but-
first and a third that are both going to be late in the rounds in future years.
2026 third, like that doesn't even mean anything. It's like,
And probably a late one.
if somebody sends me like a 2026 first, I'm like, don't even send that shit to me. Like I'll
Okay.
trade for that late. I'll be able to get something later. Way like that. That doesn't boost anything for me. Like I can.
But now
Wait,
let's change tune a little bit now and let Kyle brag a little bit, because we should look at his roster. Kyle, tell him the wide receivers you have on your roster after that trade.
Oh, yeah. I got JJ, Chase, AJ Brown, and Olave. But I have no draft picks for the next 3 years.
But who cares? I mean, he essentially traded like
And I traded Pitts. And
Brian
I
Robinson.
had Garrett Wilson that I used to get JJ with some picks. Ayuk with some picks to get Chase.
Let's just say he's got
Olave I drafted. I'm good at trading. I know how to put players with the right picks to get what I want. I don't know what to say.
It was
And there's no salesmanship involved. It's just like, who do you like? I like it, okay, and we work pieces. Like, I'm not trying to sell people on players.
No,
Like,
somewhere in there, Kyle's giving handies on the side, because I asked these people as players, and they're like, "Nope, I'm not trading that player. I'm building a team around that player for the future." And I'm like, "Oh, but I can do this." They're like, "Ooh, that's really nice, but no, I just can't. And then 2 days later, they're being shipped off for less than I was offering. It's like, are you shitting me?
I was really hoping Corey would leave his bitterness and at the door with that when we came on the show, but he had to bring the butt hurt
As
with
a matter
him,
of fact, I just sent
It's
out the
okay.
links to the rest of the league, and they'll be popping on here in just a second. No, I'm just kidding.
Look, hey, I will say this. This happens. Like in real fantasy football, you have like a salesman that goes in and like pitches a deal, and they devalue the other person's player because somehow
That shit
I don't do that.
devaluing that player
Kyle doesn't
gets
I don't
do
do that because I don't like trading with players that do that. The used
Right,
car
but what I'm saying is-
used
Yeah, I
car
hate that
salesman tactic. No offense, Tyler. The used car salesman tactic. I hate it. I hate it. Like
Right,
you're
but this
trying
is
to,
what I'm saying.
trying to
This
shit
is
on my
what
players.
happens.
Then why do you want them? Right?
No.
It's-
So what I'm saying is this is what happens. Somebody goes in and they create a narrative that makes another player doubt. But maybe the player's not willing to buy the other league. But now the player starts thinking, okay, I'll shop these players. And somebody else comes in after you've done all this work and negotiating and building and stuff. And then all of a sudden that player comes in and gets them for less on the table because of all the work that the first
Our
initial
sales
person did.
So that's not
Yeah,
this one.
It happens all the time.
But in another league of ours, I did that. This guy is in a really bad situation. He's traded away all his picks. He has a really crap team. The only player he had on his team that anyone wanted was Jahmyr Gibbs. And I was like, dude, you need to cash in on Gibbs. And I was telling him all this, like, you can get this, you can get this. He's like, I don't know, man. I'm going to wait one more week. And then he did him off to some other guy now that was a bad trade. Am I right, Kyle? Like he traded him away for not near enough, and it was just like, I put in all this work at telling him like, this is how you're going to rebuild, and here's everything I can rebuild you with, like all these picks in the next coming year stuff. And I talked to me, and finally he was like, okay, I think you're right. I do need to trade him away here, but I want to wait one more week. And I was like, you got it, buddy.
But essentially, he traded Gibbs. Essentially, he traded Gibbs for Ford, Puka, and Dell.
Why? Well, I mean,
Did he get Dell?
Yeah, he got Dell too.
Well, but he also gave a pick with Gibbs. So he gave Gibbs and a pick for those guys.
I can't remember what pick it was, though. I can't remember what pick it was.
Still going like that? If somebody's team is that bad,
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was not.
He's a really bad trader.
He's a really bad trader. All right, let's get back here to these people because they don't care about us in our leagues. I mean, let's see. Just trying to get through Anthony, see which ones. Millie says, I'm happy Kyron comes back next week. Are we excited about Kyron coming back, or is Daryl Henderson going to take a lot from him?
Oh, no, we're excited about Kyron coming back.
We're excited. I got Kyron on IR in a few leagues, and I need him back.
And yep. Let's see. Anthony said, I traded Chase after his rookie season because I own T. Ouch.
Ooh, traded the wrong one.
Worried about those laces.
I don't think so.
The stripes on
I
the
don't
ball.
think so.
Listen, I love T. Higgins as much as the next guy, but he never shows up when I need him to the worst.
Well, we have to think, like, what did he actually get out of Chase, though?
If he got enough out of Chase, like, it's fine. They're
if
both
you got what
great.
you were supposed to get, if you traded him for, like, Keaton Mitchell, Otten, and
I rolled my eyes so hard that time it probably made a sound. You probably
had to have seen that one coming. It was too easy.
You probably heard my eyes roll that time.
For real though, like let's T. Higgins could be a wide receiver 1 on a team. So I mean, like this year, like if you've kept him through his rookie season or through his rookie contract, he's been decent for you, right? Like now coming up on a re-sign, does he sign with the Bengals or does he go be somebody's wide receiver 1? And in that case, you know, like that's where dynasty comes in. People sell so quick when a trend is created instead of hanging on to a talent. T. Higgins, undoubtedly, and I think you guys can agree, is a talent.
Yeah,
like,
but how
so,
many teams need another a wide receiver 1 right now that don't have
a
one?
lot.
There's a couple.
Oh,
people
yeah.
were thinking of him like a Jalen Waddle at one point. You know, remember
What
that?
if T was in
that good? You know, people
Yeah.
were,
what if T was in Houston with Stroud?
there's too many people there.
Yeah, too many mouths to feed.
No,
He'd be
there's
back
not.
in
There's no
the
true
situation.
wide receiver 1 in Houston.
He'd be an alpha.
They're all like the wide
Who are
receivers.
those guys. They're a
Yeah.
bunch of Jags down there. Like it's
Are they?
No, they're not.
He has no
It was an
true
exaggeration, but
How do we not know that CJ Stroud is not the next Matt Stafford? He just makes quarterback or wide receivers super relevant. And now these guys are just like super good because of that.
Could be.
yeah, I don't know if Nico's quite the stud on another team. I don't know. Hard to
Yeah, I
say.
know. So
He's a number 2 on another team, probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
this team is good. We don't need any interruption in there. Don't throw anything in there. Don't throw anything in the. Don't disrupt the pond. Okay. Good right now. I
Just
like
let him
what's
keep
going on.
going as is forever, right?
A
Just
lot of points coming from that team right now. You can get a
as
break.
is for the rest of the year. Let's do it.
Millie Mills. So next week Karen comes back, right? And I'm offered a trade. Okay.
Brian Robinson.
Yep. And with my running backs already are Bijan, Swift, and Kyron. Should I pull that trigger next week?
Nah.
I don't know.
Hang on to Brian Robinson, man.
Surprisingly is like what, running back 6 on the season? Like what
Something like
the
that. It's
hell
ridiculous.
just happened?
Yeah, hang on to Brian Robinson. Hang on to the running backs, man. They're dropping like flies
I was
every
gonna
week.
say I want that depth and security right now. Good lord.
I want Brian. Yeah, keep Brian. If you have Brian Robinson, I'm keeping that.
Yeah.
Keep on.
That's pretty damn good though. But Robinson actually got involved in the passing game, and now he's starting to look real good.
I hope they keep passing to him though, but we'll see.
We definitely do this. DFS.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Let's see. Yeah, JJ and Chase. Oh my god. Yeah, and Brown. That's
pretty crazy. And they need a quarterback.
let's see. My receiver already Olave, got him D Hop. Yeah, I'm just keep hanging on.
You don't need Pittman. Hang on to Brian, man.
Yeah, you're good.
Anthony loves a car salesman. Yes,
Dude.
I think he loves a
I love that car salesman. I love that car salesman down there. That's the only one.
I had to leave a league because of one of these guys was so bad at it. Like his trade offers were just like, and then he would come to you with the description on why you had to take it and how better it would make your team and why.
Oh,
I hate that crap.
He's helping you.
He's
You're
doing
just like,
you a favor by taking these players from you.
oh my
I'm in a
God.
league that like where the guy like literally comes in and like that's his tactic, right? And then when you say nah, I'm good, he like insults you like
Yeah.
about like, oh, I can't believe you wouldn't take this trade. And I'm like, dude, who the hell are you? Like, get out of my face. Like, go drop in somebody else's DMs, okay? I don't want the deal. That's it.
Right. But pretty simple.
The worst is if the car salesman makes the sale, right? Then afterwards they're like, oh, they come on the chat and they're like, I totally ripped you off. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I hate that crap, man. Like, my trade negotiations are very simple. Hey, I'm interested in this guy. Who do you like on my team? And I put an offer together and I send it. And that's pretty much how they get started. And I'll either be able to put the right combo together or I won't.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell somebody how shitty their players are that I'm trying to trade for. That's stupid.
Go back and look at some of the trades. Like, if you go back last year and look at some of the trades you made, you're probably like, whoa, that's absolutely extremely lopsided. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see it, and you'll be like,
well, and that's the thing. You have to trade on like values at the time, right? Like at the end of the season, you go back, probably every trade was shit one way or the other. Oh, yeah. I know I've made some trades that ended up in the long run being horrible for my team.
God,
so, it is what it is. It goes both ways for sure.
It's all risky. Anthony's about to shop to it and Waddle. Hope to get a second and third on a redraft. Probably.
On a redraft? Okay, yeah. I could maybe see that, especially if your season's shot.
Yep. Here's Ray's team here. He's trying to trade Barkley. So that would leave you with Hall, Monty, Hunt. Okay. So what are you trying to do with Barkley?
You know what I would do with Barkley? Go ahead, Kyle. I feel like you were about to say something. I'll tell you what
I was just going to say, I don't know if I'd be trading Barkley. You're not very deep at running back.
I said this last week. Barkley, and we saw it, he was very ineffective. Barkley is going to face 8 in the box the rest of the season without a quarterback. So, like, to me, I'm trading Barkley on his name, right? Like, there are people out there like, oh, I can get Saquon for this, and I'm probably going to get somebody that's trending up. Like for example, like a Javonte Williams. Like I'm gonna go try to trade Barkley. I feel like I can trade Barkley and get Javonte Williams and like a Tank Dell. And somebody's actually gonna do that because of the name Barkley. So like, that's something that I'm trying to do there. So I keep a good running back that could really, in essence, have the same production. I mean, you could, and Kyle, you're gonna hate this. You could go get Najee after
Don't
being
fucking
named
say Najee
second
Harris.
stringer.
I swear
Oh,
to
the
God,
second stringer.
you and Scotty are so in love with Najee Harris.
No. Here's the thing: the production will be the same. The production between Najee and Barkley is not going to be that different, but you get a
Well, I'll throw
upgrade
Madison in there. It's about the
at
same.
wide. I mean, why the hell not? Right? Like it's just like Barkley's going to be. He's not going to be what everybody hopes he's going to be, but there are people out there that are hanging on to that same notion that he's the Saquon of old, but he's going to get 8 in the box. He's not going to be able to do what we want him to do. So go and dish him on the name and get somebody like that.
I agree with that.
Oh,
This team is
Only
trash.
if you can get a good running back, and that's not Najee. The Javonte one, I love. I love the Javonte one. Do it.
Javonte Williams. I don't
Barkley
think
is not good this season.
If you
You
can
don't
get
need a
Javonte,
good
go for it.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
Barkley's
Javonte is who I'm
that,
targeting.
I would love that.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
I
would be
just got out of
fantastic.
Jersey. So happy.
Javonte would be a good one.
He's ready. He's about to explode, man.
Yeah, I agree. SoCal Ball Nerd, Mark Andrews done for the year. It's ranked likely rest of season.
Yep. They said he's out for the rest of the year.
I put likely middle of the pack, probably around tight end 13. Maybe
okay
even a
with
little
that?
higher. It just depends.
My camera glitched. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
All that. You went into the Matrix.
He was like,
I
this.
did.
The thing about
I'm a bot now. You just
the thing about likely is like he's not going to do as good as Andrews, obviously, but
Yeah.
the competition at tight end position is not super high, right? Like there's not a lot of high producers.
So here's a question for you. Would you be going right now if you're in a league and you have a couple of tight ends, or say, like in a dynasty league, would you go right now to the Andrews, manager and try to trade him for somebody that you need, like a positional player that you need? Like say you have like
trade for Andrews?
Say you have Laporta, right? And then you're not. I mean, likely it was just somebody you just had on your. Like, say you had him like, I don't know, in your. I don't know if you have a taxi spot, but like say you had him in your taxi spot or something like that, right? And you're just like, oh, I can go get. I can probably go get like a wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 2 for him right now, because the guy's like, oh shit, now I don't have a tight end.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Sell high all day. I'd sell likely for less. Sell his ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What if you get like
he's a talented guy, but he's not Mark Andrews. So I would totally sell him for sure.
If you can get like a Christian Kirk, sold.
No, it's Christian Kirk. That might be. Yeah, maybe.
Christian Kirk would be a great get for likely. Yeah.
Who do you want rest of season? Do you want likely or Ingram?
Ingram.
Probably.
Likely or Komet?
I think likely falls somewhere around like Njoku, Ferguson,
Musgrave, like Luke Musgrave.
Musgrave, Otten, like somewhere in that range.
Like he'll probably have a game or two where he'll put up like 13 or 14 points, but I think you're right. Zay Flowers will probably get more of the targets. You'll see maybe likely get targeted in the end zone. He'll probably get like 3 catches and a touchdown for like 30 or 40 yards, maybe.
What he said. But it's like I'm selling him this week. Like I'm selling him while he's hot.
Mm-hmm.
While everybody remembers, like not what he did this year, because when Andrews was out this year, he wasn't that great. But like what he did last year. Last year when Andrews was out, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, likely's the next coming. Like he's gonna be the new Andrews." So that's what's in everybody's head. And
he was a very good college tight end and was highly touted coming out of school. He just got drafted to an unfortunate situation, and this year his start was in week 1, which is always kind of tough. But I mean, yeah, I still think he's going to be usable. pretty nice little tight end through the rest of the year.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, for what you could probably get for him, he's a sell.
He's not.
I value more of a sell than a long-term asset.
He's not a top 5 tight end like Andrews going forward.
No, but he's startable.
He's startable. For sure.
I guess the question JC is asking, Colin, and I would like to know your opinion. Are you keeping him as a dynasty stash, or are you selling him?
If I have Andrews, I'm keeping him. If I don't have Andrews, I'm trying to sell him right now.
Yeah, a tight end handcuff for sure.
I could sell him.
So that league that Corey was talking about earlier, where I traded for Chase, I have Likely, he has Andrews, so I'll probably try to sell him this week. I'm telling you that right now.
He's a sell high for me. I don't care if I have Andrews or not. He's a sell high. I'm not in.
I would be the car salesman. Go out there and tell somebody what they need.
In my other dynasty, I have
when he was out. Just remember last year. Oh my God, Likely was so good when Andrews was out. Just go back and look at that game. Let's go back and look at these stats real quick and show them. They're like,
dude, bro, you ain't gonna tell me I'm selling like a baller on that one.
In fairness, though, they do have an actual wide receiver option to throw to now with Flowers too. Like Likely was also still their best receiving option.
Well, and then tonight you've got Rager and Bateman's back out of nowhere. Like, what are those touchdowns about? That's crazy. But no, in my other dynasty, I have Andrews and Likely, and like that's the only maybe tight end handcuff situation I can think of.
The only reason Bateman caught that touchdown is the defenders forgot even Bateman was out there.
They're like, wait, Bateman's healthy and on the field? Who's that?
They're like, we ain't got to cover that guy.
I forgot Rager was even
on the scouting report.
I forgot Rager was even on the team.
But he's not better than everybody else on the field.
Anthony traded Chase for a first, second, and Debo. I feel like that's pretty decent.
I like that.
Because that was Debo back in the day. He's probably doing pretty good. Let's see. I traded T last season for Stevenson and something else.
Last season, that's a great trade. This season, not as much.
T and Waddle is so even.
It was, yeah.
They would be like stud wide receiver ones on different teams than they're on currently.
There we go. He would be firing KC. Rasheed Rice.
That might be a good play. Yeah, I like Rusty, dude. He's one of our guys that I'm playing this week. I'm excited for him because you know who could be bad this week? Travis Kelce. He was out partying all weekend, right? All week with his sweetheart. She's not going to be at the game.
What?
Fantasy scientist. He said
he is so selfish.
He's going to probably be dehydrated.
He's out there getting
those legs are going to be
Rice, baby. Let's go.
He's out there getting
He got 2 turned.
He's out there getting that Tay Nunu.
They've been Starbucks loving all week. You know it.
Kelce is the type, though. I feel like Kelce could show up with a hangover on Sunday and still be effective. He's going to be like, hey, Travis.
Hangover
look,
Kelce could show up like the torso on Monty Python's and catch 3 touchdowns. So,
unless it's in Germany.
Unless it's in Germany.
If you have to find the Germany, he's done.
The Eagles are going to win. This is the Man of the Year game because Jason Kelce's getting that Man of the Year award. So.
Oh, yeah.
Sexiest man.
Yeah, we do.
That's really funny. Ray says, I want to target when I get rid of Barkley. Realistic to Derrick Henry, Swift, it looks like. Would you rather have DK or Adams rest of the season? Standard.
Give me DK or Adams, but like, why Swift or Henry over like a Javonte or something?
But that's what I think this is getting at what we're saying on the Barkley.
Yeah,
Henry or Swift and a DK or Adams, and people are going to pay.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. Crazy.
Yeah. Devontae Smith or Olave rest of season.
I don't want Derrick Henry either.
I'd rather have Swift and DK. If you're getting a combo of those 4 guys, give me Swift and DK. But on the second part there, I like Olave.
Don't sell yourself short. Try to go get Javonte.
That's a yes, Javonte.
Don't settle for the first guy that makes an offer.
Go make offers to multiple people. Like, you're the one who's trying to get rid of him. I mean, just go out there and be like, all right, who on what team?
Nah,
You
here's
know,
what you do.
I like
You
something, just go fire
go
away.
out there and you just put him on the trade block and send out an alert to your entire league.
People see
And
that.
if your league's like my league, nothing will happen.
That's
You
true.
see that meme, they go fire sale. This
There
guy's
you
trying
go.
to sell it early. No, got to do it under the wraps. Send a resume out to everybody and see which one pulls the trigger on you.
That's funny. Ray has Jalen Hurts. Good. Flush
I have,
Barkley.
speaking of the trade block, though, funny story. I have one league where every game, or every week, there's some no name that will score like a couple of touchdowns or something, have a big game out of nowhere. He instantly will put them on the block like that's not completely transparent, like he's trying to just sell high on one game. It's like, bro, you're not fooling anybody. And no trades ever get done. So it's just like, who are you fooling?
My buddy does that just to be goofy. He always does it.
Just cracks me up. I'm like,
Just to be like, oh, I got this guy on my team.
I think it's in the Jersey League actually, so it might be somebody y'all know. I can't remember his name, but it's funny.
Mad Scientist, working on that error 404 for the 4 hours leading up to the stream here. Still haven't figured it out, but we're working on it. Let's see. The Zay performance hurts. He could have had 2 TDs. Oh man, yeah, Ray, he's out for the year. I'm trying to have faith in Javonte. I mean, he's coming on now. They're finally giving him a workload.
Yeah.
Javonte season.
The window to buy him at all, much less low, is rapidly closing.
Yeah.
In another week or two, you won't be able to get him at all.
Anthony says, what happened to Likely week 1 when I was all in? He had 1 catch for 4 yards when Andrews was out.
Yeah, that was a tough week.
Well, we could all be saying the same thing about Kyle Pitts for the first all these
2.5 years of his career.
Yeah. First 2 years.
I mean,
too funny. Yep. Some other fantasy person said I should trade Barkley, Metcalf, and Hawkinson for Henry, Smith, Kincaid because upgrade at running back. And I compare Smith with Hurts. Kincaid could be a top 5 rest of season. Barkley, Metcalf, Hawkinson for Henry, Smith. Oh, Devontae Smith.
well, Hawkinson could be number 1 rest of the season. He's got Josh Dobbs throwing to him, and Dobbs he loves to target the tight end. Loves it. If he's not running the ball, he's throwing to his tight end.
Yeah. I'd rather have Hawk than Kincaid. The other two, I'm fine swapping though.
Kincaid's nice, but I think Smith is probably better than Metcalf, and Henry and Barkley might be a wash to me.
Yeah, I'm not. It seems too lateral. I think
it's pretty much a swap for swap.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like if you're trying to get Barkley, try to go get somebody lower and another player if you want to do that. I wouldn't be trying to. You're just swapping. You're just basically saying I like these players better, so I want them.
Yeah. Sometimes these trades get so convoluted with a lot of pieces that you're not really gaining.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the case in that deal. I personally would rather have the Henry, Kincaid, Smith side for the wide receiver bump, but it's really kind of base, like you said. It's kind of level. Go sparse those out. Go to somebody that needs a tight end and sell Hawkinson, and you could probably get 2 strong pieces or at least 1 really good piece, right? Don't try to sell everybody in one deal.
That's the thing. Yeah,
I average 70 yards a game.
Yeah, I feel like you're not capitalizing on your trade power there. You've got trade capital, and instead you could do a few 2-for-1s in there, and it'll pay off way better for you. Let's see. Likely might not be the same as last season. He's not even top 15.
Not everybody knows that though, so sell now.
Sell now, please. Exactly.
Everybody just remembers week 1. That's it. Recency bias.
Still selling.
Chase for AR.
See, Kyle's saying that because he's like, I've got to sell Likely later, and I'm trying to sell him to Corey. So
no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying all anybody's mentioning is week 1, and I'm like, he is capable of being a usable tight end. Just because he had 1 bad game doesn't mean he's not.
Bro,
I understand. I agree. Sell and sell
for me. You're doing it. You're doing the
I'm
deal.
just saying he's definitely
I'll
a
hire you
star because he's
tomorrow.
not Andrews. I'm just saying he's not going to be week 1 every week.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh man, that's incredible.
My friend,
I'm trying to give the whole picture and not just what you want to tell
No,
everybody.
you're doing exactly what we said a car salesman would do. I mean, to like
Coming
just
from the actual car salesman, you have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll hire you tomorrow. Come on.
I'm not trying to sell
impressed.
anything. Corey's not going to trade for
I'm
Likely
impressed.
anyways.
You're
I
gonna
was
sell a
joking around about that. Corey's not buying Likely anyways. I was joking about that. I know he's
yeah,
not.
he sucks. Kyle, take him off your hands though, if you need to.
Oh,
But
I
he
love
sucks.
it.
I know you're just wasting a roster spot on him, and I don't want you to have to do that, man.
Such a good show.
Let's see. My friend offered me Chase for ARSB. I don't. What? Who's that? Am I missing something?
On Ross.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's a good question.
Honestly, I'd rather have him on Raw. I love him.
want Raw.
I love him on Raw, man.
Here is the reason why, because Joe Burrow is no longer playing the rest of the season.
Well,
There's your-
but even with Joe Burrow, give me him on Raw.
I do like Joe Burrow or Amon Ra a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's just guaranteed higher targets, volume. Like Chase and T kind of go back and forth a little bit. I don't know. Amon Ra's as solid as as steady as it gets at receiver.
That's a high-powered offense. Yeah, I want Amon Ra.
Plus, I just like the kid. I'm a fan. I'm a homer when it comes to Amon Ra. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a likely sell him now. Chargers and Rams up next. Likely fantasy playoffs is Jacksonville, San Francisco, Miami.
Yeah, that's rough. San Francisco.
Amon Ra has a pretty piss poor.
San Francisco's tough. The rest aren't horrible.
Dude, San Francisco is
You-
really tough. Ingram finished against them.
Amon Ra is matchup proof. I don't give a shit about his schedule.
Yeah.
It's likely though the sell. I mean, you got
Oh yeah,
Green,
like
Warner. You got freaking for San Fran. You got I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Luka.
Yeah, that I mean,
Oh,
killer.
Hufanga.
Yeah, I mean, no. For like your linebackers and pass coverage for those defenses are strong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Luka. Monster.
I think we've established that likely is a sell.
Yeah, I think we're past that.
Yeah, I'm here with Kyle on this though. Amon Ra, I don't really care about his schedule. There's just some of those guys I don't really care what their schedule looks like.
He's gonna get targets. He's gonna catch the ball.
They're gonna get it in
He
his
doesn't
hands.
have a piss. I mean, he's got an easy schedule. He's got Chicago twice.
Oh, I didn't even actually look at it.
Maybe I misunderstood what he meant by piss poor. Instead of piss poor
think
for fantasy, he means piss poor as in the teams are piss poor that he's playing against.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
maybe. I mean, I hope
Maybe
so.
that's what he
That's
meant.
the case.
I misunderstood what he was trying to say with that. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm on Raw's matchup proof, and you're playing.
Let me look at this. Oh God. Yeah, I mean, I guess he does play Dallas week 17 championship weekend, but Denver, Minnesota, then
Dallas is not invincible through the air, though.
Nah, I'm taking him there. Do I trade Henry, Dak, Lockett for St. Brown, Jones, and Hubbard?
Yes. Get St. Brown, bro. Do it.
I mean, and Dak is your backup, right? Because you have Jalen Hurts, Jorge. So
Yep.
you're. The question is, does this help your starting lineup? Because that's what you're looking for right now.
Who's the quarterback? I don't know if I'm trading. Here's the thing, I don't know, man.
He has Jalen Hurts.
I think I'm on the Dak train. It's crazy. They're really.
Are you playing Dak over Jalen?
That's not something I'm saying.
Are you playing Dak over Jalen Hurts
Ugh.
for the rest of the season here?
They're moving, dude. I don't know what it is, but that team is he's just throwing the fucking ball. And this crazy thing is, it's like you might see, Lamb end up finish as the wide receiver 1 this year.
Here's the thing, JC. Dak's always thrown the fucking ball. The difference is this year he's throwing it to his own team. So
Yeah,
it's really helping out his
Facts.
He's always had a lot of completions, but they've usually been negative points. So
and Brandon Cooks is starting to look good. Like everybody's starting to mend.
yep.
Fuck.
finally getting it together. It looks real good.
I had Lamb at 4 this year, and he's gonna, or I think I had him at 3, and he'll probably finish 1.
I just like that they're actually using Brandon Cooks now.
That's what's opening things up.
Thank
Other
God.
wide receiver.
He's been good everywhere he went, except he was sucking in Dallas, and in the bye week they figured it out. Finally.
Well, and Turpin, they're getting him a little involved too, which I like.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, I like that they're getting Dowdle involved. I mean, he's looking pretty decent too. Like, use all your weapons, man. I like it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, that was weird. Kelsey's having ankle issues.
Everybody's having ankle issues. I'm having ankle issues.
It's probably the flight from the flight. He's on the flight. He's dehydrated. That's what it is.
We were trying a new position. He messed up, slipped off the bed, twisted his ankle. It's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Would you trade Chris Godwin and a 4th for Tank Dell?
No.
Nah.
I don't know if I'm trading Godwin right now. Are you?
I like Godwin, man.
If it's in Dynasty, which obviously is because it's got picks, I might trade Godwin for Tank Dell and a 3rd or something like that.
I would do that. I like Godwin more than Dell, so it would need Dell, plus a late pick or something probably to get Godwin. But
I mean, I like Dell, but
yeah,
Godwin's still relevant. He's not like
over 27.
Yeah, he's not old. He's not too old.
He's not old. Yeah,
receivers can play till they're like 30.
Yeah, he's 27. Yeah, I'm sticking with Godwin there. I'm not giving Godwin plus for Tank Dell.
Yeah, too much.
Let's see. Just traded Kyler for a 4th.
I hope it wasn't super flex.
And lost Burrow.
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that's a super flex.
Even in a 1 QB, that's a really low sell on Kyler.
I agree.
He probably thinks Kyler's going to go play baseball.
He might.
If he was going to do that, he wouldn't have come back at all.
or Call of Duty Twitch. It's going to be one or the other.
He can go play for an e-game esports team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he looked pretty good last week if all he did was play Call of Duty. So.
I mean, because here's the thing is with you're playing baseball, not only do you make more money, and it's not as hard probably on your body, but you have to study that much film. Nah, you got more time for Call of Duty, right? So it's really win-win-win. Okay, it's just amazing how that McLaughlin kid just fizzled out in Denver.
He was always going to Javonte.
Yeah.
They were just getting him healthier and healthier and healthier. Now they feel like he can use the whole workload.
This is why you sell. This is why you sell like
just like all you guys that kept Zach Moss thinking he was going to be in a timeshare all year. Don't you wish he was sold now?
Yeah, like all these players. I mean, Mitchell, McLaughlin, Moss. I mean, like all of them. If you're in Dynasty, sell those guys. Like, and I know JC's squinting his eyes because he's like, oh, but McLaughlin, but still, like, he's never going to overtake Javonte.
No, never. But if something does happen, I mean, he's somebody I would still like to have.
Yeah, he's a high tier handcuff, but you could have sold him like an RB1 or like future, RB for Denver with how Javonte started. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I love, and I'm going to plug the Fantasy Football Advice Network for a second. We do a Fantasy Wall Street excerpt that comes out on our Instagram, and it's like buy, sell high, buy low candidates every week. And I mean, it's killer because if you play fantasy football that way, you can really win because there are so many trend traders out there, people that just buy on a narrative or, pay out or sell a player because they had 2 bad weeks, even though they're a freaking generational talent. I mean, when Jamar Chase was drafted, right, he goes into the preseason and he is drop-tastic. Like, I mean, just like dishpan hands, dropping passes. And I watched him get traded away for a 2nd-round pick. And I'm like, are you effing kidding me? But that's the fantasy world. Like, people just panic. They give up on players so fast.
What
And if
have
you're
you done
really-
for me lately?
yeah. Like if you really watch the tape, if you really know a player's talent, like T. Higgins right now, people are like, oh, he's hurt. Like, let me sell him. T. Higgins is a good talent. He's a good pass catcher. He could be a wide receiver one almost anywhere. So it's like, you
Or
know,
like Anthony with Keaton Mitchell. Come on, man.
yeah, right. Because that's a perfect example of a sell. You know, just like pay attention to these things and don't buy the narrative or the hype. Like, you know, it's not always real. You know, these teams still go to the players that they're paying all the money to, that they're invested in draft capital, you know, if not, they're going to cut them. So,
Unless you're Najee Harris, they're going to keep you for some reason.
yeah, just a little rant right there. But, you know, I feel like it was deserved. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Well,
No, it's true though. Like, and it's funny too because you know you see these tweets that go out that are just absurd, and that's what people will buy into. Though someone puts one narrative out on the Twitterverse, and everybody's buying into it, and then all of a sudden you're trading away studs for nothing because oops, had a bad week. It's the end of so and so or such and such, and yeah, man. Fantasy football, people are fickle traders, and you got to know how to use it to your advantage, man.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Let's see. All right, Albert. All right. Pick 2 full PPR. Ken Walker, Rashad White, David Montgomery.
Monty and Walker. White's playing San Fran this week.
Yeah, that's
he's my I'm sitting him this week.
yeah. And then David Montgomery, great matchup.
And I love me some Rashad White, Corey, but I just not this week, man. Not this week.
It is crazy though, Kenneth Walker, man. If he didn't catch that one pass out of the 2 targets that he got for 64-yard touchdown, he would have finished the day. I know it's the what if narrative, but he would have finished the day with 6.3 points. So
yeah, he was having a rough day until that catch for sure.
So just like Michael Pittman at the end of the game having that one catch for 72-yard touchdown, it's like, well, I mean, other than that, I mean, he did squat. So sometimes you get lucky.
Sometimes.
Let's see. Traded H.A. and Higgins for CMC.
I like that if it's redraft.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that too.
So now Eckler and CMC as running backs is
God.
9-1.
Oh my God.
Eckler and CMC as running backs.
just tee it up for him. Like,
You were
hold on.
already 9-1 and then did that?
I'm
These
gonna
are
come put
leagues
the ball on
where,
the
like,
tee for you. You just hit.
Man.
People are like, this is a league where so many people are like, all right, we got to try to veto this because they just gave him the championship.
Right.
I'm not into vetoes, but the guys that just won the league.
Could need amputation? That's not real.
Yeah, I saw that earlier, but I'm like,
God, man, what if though? Oh,
What? Could you
Great.
imagine?
broken hearts all over the world.
Just like instant gangrene. Like, what happened?
man.
Cut it off.
Oh man. Hamburger helper. Okay. Let's see. 10 team half PPR, 2 flex, just traded Tua and Hollywood for Josh Allen. Thoughts?
Go file with it, especially if it's
Yeah,
dynasty.
it's fine. If you don't need Hollywood, then you're good.
Agreed.
Gosh.
All right.
God.
Oh, here's what his new roster looks like. Allen Howe, okay, Eckler, Kamara, Mostert, Singletary, Lamb, Olave, Higgins, Dell. Jesus.
That's good to me.
I think you did well.
Golf clap. Very well. Very well done.
I want Singletary in my lineup this week somehow. I don't know how you're going to get him in there, though. Oh.
Yeah, you can't get him in with those guys.
I'd be trying to sell Singletary right now. See, that's the guy I'd be trying to sell because he's been going off.
He went berserk, and when Pierce is back, it's going to be pretty even split, I think, unfortunately.
If they make the playoffs, though, Singletary does play well in the playoffs. He's one of my favorite players to play in DFS during the playoffs because he usually goes berserk.
Those were the only weeks he ever had good in Buffalo was playoff weeks.
All right, we got Monty with the over 49.5 rush yards. Hammer it.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, SoCal, we've been on the betting train. I mean, not that it's anything like but like I don't know if you can see that.
So Tyler, here's what we
That
need.
was that
Oh,
that
yeah.
started at $350 after I cleared my account out the
Nice.
other day. And we've got a betting HQ group on Twitter, and man, we smashed tonight on a lot of the picks. I mean, Keaton Mitchell over 7.5 yards receiving. He had 8.
Nice.
You know, just I mean, I mean, just smashing it and killing in the game. So, you know, if SoCal says it, it's highly probable. If you're
Yeah, he's
if you're on the betting apps, bet smart, be safe. You know, don't do anything crazy, but you know, it's a good bet.
That's smart. Be lucky.
Tyler, here's
Bet
what I'm
smart, be lucky.
thinking.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking, Tyler. And it's late in the season now. It's too late to do this now. But I'm thinking next year. We get sports affiliation, Iggy, JC, you, SoCal. Maybe do a betting show on the network. Figure something out there. We'll have to check the regulations on that with YouTube and how all that works. But
No,
you know,
it's fine.
I think it's fine. I think it would be fine. But I think that would be a great show to have on the network next year.
I can tell you, Iggy put up his jailhouse bet, which was Justin Tucker 1.5 field goals, and that smashed too. So I mean,
dude, Iggy's a monster at this. I don't know
what is he
about
like
SoCal,
7-9 or 8-10 on the season now? Like
He's at 6. Yeah, I think he had 6 in a row. That's
Yeah.
6 in a row.
Yeah, so we
That's
need,
5
we need
today,
a
6 in a row.
we need a show next year for that.
All right, let's hit our last question of the night here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, would you trade Cup and Kyron for AJ? 4-6 team. There's this roster there, full PPR 10 team.
Cup and Kyron.
Devontae. Yes, I would.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I would.
yeah. AJ's hot.
Dude, those running backs are
is
so deep too. Like, yeah, dude.
100%.
Dude, if you could, God, like having AJ Brown, CD, Amon Ra every week, like wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, flex, and then you just get to pick between JT, Brees, Javonte, and Stevenson for your starting running backs. Like,
It's stupid.
what the hell? Like, what
That's
more
crazy.
did you hope for? Like, I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna dream about having that team.
No,
I would 100% start all 3 of those receivers every week.
yeah, you're gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up in the morning, Tyler, and your wife's just gonna be sitting there staring at you like, "Who you dreaming about, huh? Who you dreaming about?"
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
like,
I swear it was for fantasy football.
team.
It was a fantasy roster, I swear.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thanks for tuning in. And Tyler, you'll be on for tomorrow night from the forum.
No, we will not. I'm actually
from the forum tomorrow.
Dude, okay, so everybody, you have to tune in for that. I'm hosting. We'll have Captain. We'll have the Professor. Tony is back live and in person. And then we have Amber, the lady shot caller, will be with us as well.
Nice.
We're going to have a damn good time. So come hang out.
Yeah.
Come and catch up with Tony, who you haven't seen in forever. It's going to be fun.
Yes, sir. All righty, Tyler, you go slack off tomorrow night. Kyle, have a good time with that. And
Absolutely.
we'll check everyone tomorrow night. See ya.
See ya.